All right, let me just go here. Okay, we're back on live on a new YouTube stream. I'm just gonna link it in the comments, pinned comment on the old VOD, just so people know. And then we're good to go, guys. I have no idea what that was. It's just like OBS stopped uploading, but I had internet the whole time. Like, I was able to chat, I didn't disconnect from WoW at all, like my timer is still going. I had the internet, I had everything. That's weird. It just stopped uploading to Twitch, or to my multi-stream stuff. Anyways, we'll keep going, guys. Sorry about that brief intermission. At least it wasn't the internet. I don't know what it was, though. So, yeah. Yo, says Ram with the Twitch Prime. Greetings, traveler. Hey, Chug Life is popping in Twitch. Maybe Chug Life disconnected us somehow. He's pretty tech savvy. But no, yeah, YouTube and Twitch just connected. Like my my internet was completely good. But OBS, like my stream software, just stopped uploading. That's really strange. I've never had that happen before, so well, we're back. Back as if it never happened. This means you have to go back to work? No? Oh no. Probably ghosts. Could be ghosts. Hopefully not. I should try the timer from the add-on Worth It. I do have Worth It downloaded. Does it do like loot appraising as well? Because I wouldn't mind it. Because I think within Worth It, you can log your own farms in the add-on, right? I'm definitely open to it. I could try it out later. I also really like DalaGG. He's the guy that made the add-on. He's like a quite an OG World of Warcraft gold farming content creator too. I saw he came back for Midnight, and cool to see him back. Yep, it has loot appraising, and yes, you can. I'll play around with it maybe tonight, because it would be cool. Because I saw he was doing it where you can like track your farms in the zone. So I'll definitely take a look into it and maybe use it instead of loot appraiser, potentially. What did Chug? Wait, did Chug Life just pop in to say hello and then peace out? I think he might have. Uh-oh. Chug, where'd you go? Did I get a text? Nope. I mean, sorry for the disconnection, guys, but at least it wasn't internet. Because if internet becomes a problem, again, hardcore becomes a problem as well. But yeah, no, it did not disconnect at all from WoW. Zero lag in WoW. So, we live and we learn, guys. Do I have any title? I currently have not obtained any titles on Goldie, so I'm not using one. Just my guild. There will be some that we can get soon. We technically could get Leroy. We could get Jenkins on Goldie. That is one that we have access to. I think that might be the only title that we currently do have access to, actually. At least it wasn't hardcore. Well, the thing is, it wasn't even, like, I didn't actually disconnect from game. It was just the stream. It's weird. So if I was on hardcore, I would have been okay. You guys would have freaked out, though, because it would have looked like I was DCing, but in-game, I was fully connected here. So if I was on hardcore, I could have gotten to a safe spot and then gotten stream back up. Yeah, it's weird. I do apologize for the disconnection, guys. Especially on YouTube, it is a... On YouTube, it's a bit more of a... annoyance than Twitch. I mean, Twitch can have some problems with, like, stream streaks and stuff. But it, generally speaking, comes back to the same live. Like, on Twitch, we should have the same title right now, right? On the stream. Pretty sure. Goldie the lagged. Goldie the lagged indeed. Don't worry about the unstable internet. Remember to be brave. Does not mean you don't feel fear, but it means you still do it while afraid. I appreciate the pep talk. I'll keep that in mind when we're playing hardcore. That's a good motivational speech right there. We should maybe make some motivational speeches for our fellow travelers out there when we're grouping up. Just so that before fights we can like drop a macro and say some fun stuff. OBS maybe? Twitch went down hard but then started a new stream? I'm pretty sure it was OBS, because, like, all it was is the uploading stopped. It still said I was streaming, but, like, I could see the upload was not going up. But internet was fine, so it was just kind of maybe, like, an OBS bug. It ain't about how hard you can get hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's right. Oh, one sec. I'm going to link the new live. I think there's some people on the old live stream. See, that's the problem with Twitch or with YouTube. You have nothing to fear but fear itself. This is true. Just remember, you can win every fight by, what is it? What is that one WoW tip? Reducing your HP to 0? Or no. Reducing the enemy's HP to 0 while you maintain yours above 0. Pro tip. Gotta make sure our farming efficiency doesn't drop with that, the stream drop there. So far so good. The last, like, 2 minutes, we won't be able to have Darkmoon Firewater, though. Because I had to pause the timer when we were getting stream back up. Mm-hmm. I think on hardcore, though, guys, we're doing good. I think we're level 26. Which, you know, as far as the, when we started the character, I'm pretty sure about half of the votes, or the half of the guesses for what level we would die at, dare I say, was potentially below level 26. Dare I say it. So, we are exceeding expectations, as we might say. And we're not stopping here, guys. We'll be back on hardcore tomorrow. And, you know, maybe hitting level 28, 29, or even 30 if we go crazy. You were statistically supported? Yes. However, you know, if we have a graph, every character I've made has gone to a higher level, right? I think so. I don't think we've died at a... Wait, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure every hardcore character we've streamed has gotten to a higher level than the last. I think. So that bodes well for our trajectory. That means we're making marketed improvements. Which is all you can really ask for. You know, slow progress is still progress. Consistency is key. At this rate, we'll hit 60 by the same time Goldie finishes Kata. You know what? We're making good progress, and that's all we can ask for. Yes. We're doing good. Just staying locked and dialed. Watch out. Yeah, we gotta turn east here. I do have probably like another 100 feet, but I'm not going up here. I go to Swift Gear Station and I just go straight east. Yeah, I'm not risking Arathi on this character. We'll go to Arathi on the hardcore character before this character, probably. Well, maybe not. There's a world where we have a new zone spin, like on Monday. And we could go to Arathi on Monday if we got enough gold for a token, and we spun Arathi, so... Maybe we will go to Arathi on this character before Path. We'll never know. Until we do. That's true. Technically, Hardcore Path already went to Arathi. Just not the quest. That's right. We have the flight path. Is it a 1 in 7? Yeah, 1 in 7. There's 7 zones on the spin, on the next spinning wheel. I think. So each zone should be a 1 in 7 chance to spin. Where do you guys want to see next? We have... I'll kind of go off the top of my head because I don't want to open my map while I'm farming. I'm trying to be nice and efficient. But we have Arathi Highlands, Twilight Highlands, Dustwallow Marsh, Badlands, Deadwind Pass, the Barrens. Is that all of them? Yeah, that's all of them. Deadwind, Barrens. Deadwind, Barrens are the top 2, it seems. Twilight Highlands would be good. It would be all new materials, and it would be some pretty big unlocks for the character, actually. Right, new materials, new stuff to quest with. Oh. New things to craft, so it's all good stuff, for sure. Blasted Lands? You mean Badlands? We've already done Blasted Lands. But Badlands looks the same. But yeah, both Badlands and Deadwind Pass are zones that once we get those, they don't add anything new to the next potential zone spin. Right? They're kind of just islands right now surrounded by unlocked zones. So they don't move us higher up, like laterally or northernly on the map, but they do clear up the map, and so we have to get them. Did the stream crash? Yeah, we had a weird thing. Like, I didn't disconnect from my internet or from the game, but the upload stopped. So I had to restart the YouTube stream, so it's a different stream now on YouTube, but we're live. A little hiccup like that ain't stopping us today, guys. Not today. If I make it up there, does Scarlet Monastery have anything worth farming now? There's some cool transmog there. From what I know off the top of my head, though, Scarlet Monastery, I think, will be more like a cloth, mid-tier, low-tier green transmog. Yeah. I don't know of any, like, major items, though. I haven't gone there in forever, though. Dark Wolf is saying Scarlet Chest, maybe? So there might be some good items there, yeah. There's a Goldbound episode coming this Saturday, you're guessing? Yes. Wait. We have 2 Guardian Blades now. We literally pulled one of these earlier today. That's crazy. Yeah, we could dual wield these now. Well, we can't actually. They're two-handed swords, but we can't even wear one. But in theory, we could dual wield those. Yeah, the chests are goated. Whenever we're doing like dual gathering farming, we're kind of technically doing laps for the chests. That's where Outlaw Rogue comes in so handy. Tracking treasure is so big in zones like these, because yeah, they can really add some transmog value rapidly. On Gathermate 2, you have chests selected. Oh, that's a good call. So if you don't play Outlaw Rogue, or even if you do, you could fly over the chests. That's a good call. Yeah. Use an add-on to like show where those chests are. Not a bad idea, I will say. For gold, yeah, I'm kind of relying on the fact that we're going to fly over them with track treasure. It does get a little confusing over here, though, where there's all those like locked boxes, right? Those are no joke, those bad boys. They're going to conceal what we're trying to find. Ooh, nice triple on the life route here. There's so much stuff in each zone, though, that I discover as I go. Like most zones, I have 1 or 2 things in mind, from things I've maybe farmed myself, or potential farms. Like for Wetlands, I did know going in about this one here, like the Whelp and like the Buccaneers, like AoE farm. I didn't know about a lot of other farms here, though. There's some good ones. Different angles for sure to do. We'll see what the verdict is, though, once we add up all of our gold here from trade goods. We'll see what the best current consistent gold is. What about the crafting alt? Any processes, maybe? I'm still kind of pumping out the decor items. Those have slowed down quite a bit on sales, though. So I'm still pumping out decor. Dark Iron gear, for sure. I'm pumping out on that character. We sold our first Dark Iron piece last week. It was for a low price. I think we sold the boots for like 4K. I'd have to check the mailbox. But yeah, so we're definitely still making sure the crafts that we have are stocked. These could potentially be processed, but not with the professions I have on my crafting alt. Blacksmithing, leatherworking. The processing for this trade goods would be like inscription and eng. Inscription engineering would probably be the move for processing of the dual gathering materials. I think most of these herbs, if I do them, like do process them, it's a milling angle. Definitely a milling angle. And then potentially a engineering angle with the copper ore into bolts. How much longer on the hour of farming here? I think we're about 15 more minutes on the dual gather hour. What, 15 minutes? And then we'll see. Gotta be careful here. It's a bit too close. I'll go up this way. Yep. Careful around the potential zone unlocks. Copper ore is down to 1 gold each on EU a few days ago. Man. It's been volatile lately, I find. Copper and tin. Yeah, we're 250. The lowest I've seen it recently has been 180 as far as a sale. But not down to 1 gold, like flat. Don't know if it's cheating, but you reset the market and made a lot of gold. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I won't do it on Goldie, but you know, for individual, like, you know, if you're not having like the strictest rules on purchasing, market resets on a lot of these things can be very good, very profitable. For Goldie, I kind of have to, like, there's some times where it just works out well, where I happen to have a stock of stuff as someone has reset the market, but yeah. That could be pretty good. Most definitely. Also benefited the Goldbound. Yeah. I've seen maybe one of the craziest market resets I saw was at the beginning of Children's Week on small eggs. They were up to like 180 gold each for small eggs for a little bit. I sold 1 or 2 at that price when someone was resetting it. It came back down within like 3 or 4 hours, but someone was trying to reset small eggs big time. Someone reset Essence of Water to like 600 gold the other day. You sold a few at 350. Yeah, like stuff like that makes such a dent. 100%. Surprised I don't try to sell trade goods at a slightly higher price and wait a day or two for it to sell. I do for some. I've had a couple of situations though where I've sat on, like when we did like the 2,000 copper ore, I ended up sitting on that for like a week or two. And then I ended up selling it at like a much lower price. But I was trying to slow sell that one, but it was just didn't work very well with the market. But yeah, there's definitely some times where that can happen. Or even just like listing a bit higher on the market so that when someone does reset, they just buy you out. That's not a bad move for something like this for sure. Wonder if I'll make it to Tears Fall before Hollow's End. Ooh, I hope so we can do the dungeon. That'll be awesome. Oh, now that's my goal. That's my goal now. I didn't even think about that. Hollow's End and Noble Garden are now my 2 favorite WoW events. By bar none, by far. Those 2 are awesome. Are Q dungeons allowed if I have it unlocked? Yes. So if I have, like, for example, if I have Tears Fall Glades for, like, the Scarlet Monastery dungeon, I will queue for that. Kind of the same idea for Noble Guard when there's the boss. I'll kill it with that group. As long as it's like in the dungeon. If I could just walk up and kill the boss without grouping and just tag it, I would. But since that's instanced, you can only get into it if you queue. But I think it's fair since it's in the zone. It's also not going to give you much gold. But yeah, I will queue for that once we have the zone. Also, Brewfest in Blackrock Mountain. Oh yeah, true. That would be a good one too, actually. I have been hunting the Headless Horseman's mount for so many years, though. I would love to get it on Goldie. That would be, I would love, that'd make me so happy, because it's also a flying mount. Right? If we had a Headless Horseman on Goldie, like, I would just have it mounted all the time doing these routes. Oh, that'd be so sweet. Yo, needs coffee watching Path while playing Classic EverQuest on Quorum and off work. Today's a good day. Let's go, man. That sounds like a great day. Heck yeah. Rockin' and rollin'. Alright, about 10 minutes left on the Dual Gather farm. Do not mind the gold per hour. It has some Transmog in there, so we're going to have to add it all up after. Love the side quests that aren't gold related on Goldbound. Yeah, like Thunder Fury, that's one. Technically, a loss of gold to craft Thunder Fury, because we could just sell all the items that we will eventually craft it with, but it's just fun to get for the account. Which zone's been the favorite so far for Goldie? It's hard to say, like, a single zone. There's things I've liked about all of them. I'd say top 3, though, might be Elwyn, for just, like, OG reasons. Elwyn was, like, a vibe for sure. Also, Darkmoon and low-key, Blasted Lands. Those two were, like, a lot of fun. But all the zones have had, like, aspects I've really liked. How many chests have we gotten today? I think we've opened up 4 or 3 of the local chests. I think 3, maybe 4. No, I think 3. Not bad. No, yeah, Ellen was just good times all around for sure. Objectively, Elwyn was the longest zone, but it started the series, right? Ooh, 3 grave moss is actually massive. That's like a lot of gold. Rah. Get the trapper. Wonder if we'll make it to Zanger Marsh before the festival next year. Zanger Marsh might be a ways away, but we'll have to see. I didn't actually know there's a festival in Zanger Marsh, but we'll keep an eye out. Honestly, though, at this point, with all of the 7 zones that we could spin next, I'm kind of okay with any of them. I would really like to have a dungeon, though. We haven't dungeon farmed in a while. So maybe a Arathi Highlands would be my least favorite. I think every other zone has a dungeon, though. Wouldn't mind Badlands now. Badlands would be fun. It'd be a lot of dungeon farming for sure. I think, like, low-key, we'll explore all the farms, but I think a good chunk of it is just going to be doing Ultimate with Disenchanting. And just trying to get rare drops, and treating Ultimate as, like, a consistent farm for Disenchanting materials. I'm here for it, too. Doesn't Western Plaguelands have a dungeon? Oh, I just mean, yeah, just on the current spins, like the ones we could get next roll. I think of the next roll, 6 out of the 7 have a dungeon. Almost done the 2 hours of farming, or not 2 hours, the 1 hour of testing here. Yeah, there's 6 zones and 7 of them, no, 7 zones and 6 of them, I think, have dungeons. A lot of the zones do still have dungeons, though, like on Eastern Kingdoms that we could unlock, so as we keep rolling, dungeons keep rolling. Raises a bit of a question, though. Of the dungeons we've gotten so far, which one has given us the most gold? Honestly, I'm thinking it must be Zul'Gurub. Like, Zul'Gurub, as far as trade goods, has been insane. Which reminds me, we have to do Zul'Gurub today still. We can do Zul'Gurub after the Dual Gathering test here for a chance at the mount. Yeah, Twilight Highlands will have Grim Batol. And raids too. Twilight Highlands will have a Blackwing Lair, or Bastion of Twilight. Gambo. We can do a prediction, you know, when we get to Zul'Gurub, you know. That's not against the rules. Make sure I don't go over my hour farming here, though. We got about 3 minutes left. And then we have a lot of trade goods to add up. Oh my goodness. Are there any big differences in farms if you switch between the old and Kata map of Wetlands? You know, I don't know. We can't swap the map back and forth. I think as far as old Wetlands goes, the major difference is how you would farm the Crimson Whelp. Because we'll do the hyper spawn, but that doesn't exist on the old map, right? So I think that's the biggest difference. But yeah, like, the map changed a lot. Oh, technically Arathi opens up the battleground. That is true. Yeah. Yeah. We did say if we get a zone with a BG, we can specific queue the BG. There can technically be gold farms if the zone has honor vendors that we can then sell. Like, sometimes there'll be honor vendors that can sell trade goods, so, or gear too. Like, we can get upgraded gear that way as well, so. Yeah, Arathi actually unlocks the first battleground. We will be woefully under-geared if we queue it, though. And we would have to specific queue it. Alright, 1 more minute. Let's get as much as we can in 1 minute. Ooh, there's a silver vein. Let's get that first, because it's pretty good gold. Can we get, oh yeah, we got 1 more minute. We can get all of these. Awesome. And here we go. We may actually be able to find more too before the hour is up. Seconds. This is probably the last thing we'll get. Yep. Once we get this, that will be time. Well, maybe not. No, it definitely is, actually. Okay. I'll let it hit the hour. Yeah, we're not getting another one in. There we go. Now, we have a lot of stuff here. Let me just organize through what we have, because I'm going to have to go through and add it up by hand. Since our trade skill master and loot appraiser decided to track the transmog we got as well, so I'll have to go through and add up all of these individually. A large variety of stuff, though. Like a lot of different stuff. My goodness, so much stuff. Let me make sure this is all of it. Am I missing anything in here? I have... Where's the grave moss? There it is. The rest here, I think, is all the trade goods. The stone, I suppose. Okay. /calc. We are using the in-game calculator. This is an add-on, guys. Basic calculator. This is a full bag of trade goods, if I've ever seen one myself. We got 4 gold from citrine. 42 gold of moss agates. And here's the thing, I'm going to go based on region market value average, just because the min buyouts are pretty high on some of these. So region market value average is what I'm going to do for the majority of the trade goods. 145 of copper ore. 245 of tin. 36 gold from gold. Wow, yeah, 405 from silver. 3 gold from moonstone. 5 gold from shadow gems. Tiger's eye is 2 gold. Now into the herbs. Life root, 216 gold. A lot of like mid-tier here, like a couple hundred golds. 271 gold from that. 203 gold from this. 252 gold. Wow. It's actually pretty good so far. 344 gold. $118. And all this is unprocessed. Massive 374 gold from grave moss. And then 4 gold from this stone, 5 from that one, and 12 from that. So total stone value is about 20 gold. Yeah, we got all the stones there. Which equals a grand total, drum roll, 3.3k gold per hour. Raw. Okay. Not bad. Keep in mind, we did use a Dark-Rune Firewater, so that's about 250 gold off of that. That is our second best consistent gold farm in Wetlands. It's also unprocessed, so we could get more gold if we mill all the herbs. Definitely could. Skinning is about 4,000 gold raw, though, right now, with the dual gathering. And I think, to be fair, both of these have good chances at Transmog, though. Hear me out. So the skinning farm, we can get the whelp, and we can get, like, the Buccaneer's chest and other Transmog. On this, though, we're getting rares. We're basically doing rare loops. And we're getting chests. Like, these are very similar to getting like a Whelp or a Buccaneers. So they both have a potential big upside to getting those. Like, I'll go ahead and show these off real quick, you know? Like, we got the black velvet robes. Big pull. And the weapon. Big pull too. So, yeah. They both have good angles for sure. No doubt in my mind. Any flying mounts I can buy from wild token conversion. That's a good point, Rian, actually. That's a really good point. We could get an upgraded mount from WoW token. Yeah, we 100% could. If we wanted to. This is a flying mount. Yeah, we could get a flying mount. Yo, do we just get the set? Oh my gosh. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff. That's a flying mount? Oh my gosh. We could buy any of these. This may be the most. A golden yak? That's very goldy coated, you know what I'm saying? These certainly are mounts, yes. They certainly are. Food for thought. We could potentially get one of those. Buy it all. Buy it all. The gold dragon. The that was one of the first, like the one of the first mounts available for currency, right? All right, guys. What was I gonna do next here? I have it on my agenda list. I haven't seen a couple of the rares. We've seen most of them. Like, we killed most of the rares today. Let's go check on Two Toes over here. And then I think I do want to do a bit of a transmog farm. Oh, ZG, that's right. Yes. Zul'Gurub before the next farm. That is right. I will do that. Heart of the Aspect. Yes, Heart of the Aspect was the first one. That's like the gold serpent mount. Do I have an add-on for the rare spawns? I do. It's rare scanner. The add-ons I do run though, especially for Goldbound, if you're gonna do your own Goldbound, that might be a good video to watch because those are like the 5 main ones I use. And I kind of go over my settings. Like, it has farming bar and the rare scanner, I think, in there. Oh, maybe it doesn't have a rare scanner in there. Anyways, I'll grab time, guys, before our next farm. Try to get the Razashi Armored Raptor real quick. I don't have skinning right now, so we're not going to get any Zul'Gurub skins. So it's just going to be the Elementium ore and the mount chance, so. Back in Elwyn, guys. It's been a minute. Welcome home. Welcome home. You know. It's been too long. Yeah. Celestial Steed was first. Oh, was it? I thought Celestial Steed was maybe from Recruit a Friend. Maybe it was a purchasable mount then. I should loop Frayed Knots for nostalgia soon. Do some Frayed Knot and copper ore. The problem is we literally are farming copper ore right now. Dungeon difficulty heroic. This is actually going to be a good test. We did install finally. bug grabber. So let's see if we get any errors while doing Zul'Gurub. I'll do a prediction as well on this one on whether or not we get the mount. Let me do it on YouTube and Twitch, guys. Start a poll. Will the Raptor mount drop? Question mark. Yes. No. All right. YouTube should be on now. Let me go inside and put a prediction on Twitch. Manage prediction. Start prediction. Will the Raptor mount drop? Question mark. I'll do a bit longer on this one. Outcome 1, yes. Outcome 2, no. Because I do have to use the washroom real quick. And refill my water. So I'll be right back, guys, and then we will return to kill the Raptor mount. Predictions are live, though. Oops. Alright, guys, we're coming back. Now, let's kill the Razashi Raptor. Now, let's roll. Holy Roman Emperor, the legs on this guy. Appreciate it. See no pull. Uh-oh, maybe. One sec. My YouTube may be... This is the problem. One sec. I'll put a poll on YouTube, guys. It was the old stream from this morning that I had on my second monitor for the stuff. So I'll do it real quick on YouTube. Option 1, yes. Option 2, no. And Twitch, I think, went through. Alright, so only 12% of Twitch viewers think it will drop, which is quite a bit, I must say, guys. 12% is quite a bit higher than the actual drop rate, so we'll see if your luck pans out. I appreciate the what you would potentially call optimism. We'll see what happens. Let's go. I just like popping into Zalgrub every now and then anyways. Zalgrub's a cool spot to be. I like it. I like it a lot. Is this retail WoW? This is, yes. The Goldbound challenge is indeed on retail. I do play Classic on my Tuesday, Thursday streams. My Race Locked challenge. I'm participating in that community event. Which, by the way, guys, it looks like Bug Grabber is working. Sweet. Yeah, I grabbed some bugs. Nice. This was the dungeon where we would always get a ton of Lua errors, so that's nice. Yeah, I've never had Bug Grabber before, guys. It's definitely a nice upgrade. Definitely. I don't know why you guys didn't tell me to get it sooner, to be honest. Just... Okay, guys. Okay. You did. I know, I know. Okay, let's see if it drops. Currently, YouTube is about 50-50 on this one, so... Just watch this combo right here. No drop. I tried to do the hype kind of like multi-shot to get it, but didn't get the drop today, guys. Unfortunately, it's a no drop. Do I do this kill daily? I would say 5 out of 7 days a week. I do it on stream, pretty much every Goldbound stream, and then probably 2 days off stream at least, on average. A lot of days on the weekends, I don't log in if I'm out of town. I tend to travel a lot out of town to visit family and stuff. Broke again. Oh no, guys. One day it will drop, okay? You voted yes, so maybe I just didn't see it on the corpse. I don't see it on the loot tables. Maybe I'll search. I don't see it. Unfortunately. One day we'll get it, guys. One day. I forgot to grab this Elementium on the way in, so I'll just grab it now. Nice little couple hundred gold from that. And we can go back to Wetlands. Have I been playing Path of Larix on retail recently? The last couple weeks, no. I've been pretty much doing Goldie and Hardcore. as like my main versions. I don't think I've... Yeah, I haven't done any Mythic Plus the last week or two, actually. You're full bis now, 290 eye level. Need a new raid. Jeez. Out here farming. Let's go. Yeah, sounds like over on retail, a new raid would be nice. Pretty good bags for the day, not gonna lie. Rigged? No, if I could rig it, I would rig it for the drop, guys. Rest assured. Rest assured, if I had that capability. Looks like I'm done with rep farming for the Hydroxian Waterlords. Did I hit Exalted? Let's look at my reps. Yep. We're Exalted with Hydroxian. Thorium Brotherhood. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm tracking it here. I can stop tracking that. I think I technically hit Exalt in that a little while ago. Oh yeah, it's also crazy. So if we have Dunmorrow unlocked, but talking about the Wetlands map, watch this. Watch when we go to Dunmorrow. We're in Dunmorrow now. This is Dunmorrow. So it's a good thing that we have Dunmorrow unlocked because, I mean, we wouldn't really go up here for much, but yeah, talk about the borders being kind of iffy. It doesn't exactly look like Dunmorrow here. This looks a little more like Wetlands, I will say. Out to the east we go. A new challenge, how much gold can you make farming the insane title? We'll definitely go for it. So, guys, locking into this next farm here. We have some trade goods. I might just list this stuff to get out. I like clean up my bags. I don't really want to swap professions right now, so honestly, I'm just going to list it. And if it doesn't sell, then I'll process it. But I want to clear up my bags a little bit after that farming session there. I could list a little bit higher, though, I suppose. On trade goods like this, the longer sale price, pretty negligible to the increase in value you might get from a longer post, I suppose. Oh, that whole area up there is a good lumber farm. Interesting, because yeah, there's no herbs and no ores, but I suppose lumber could be quite good up there, hey? That's good to know. I'm pretty stocked on lumber as it is. I need lumber for a couple of the crafting alt crafts, but so far my stockpiles are pretty stocked, you might say. A lot of different types of herbs, that's for sure. Yeah, grave moss is quite valuable right now. Honestly, like, I wonder how good it'd be to camp the grave moss spawn here. Like, how long would it take to respawn? Could actually be a decent little gold farm, like AFK farm. Maybe something to do while I'm editing. If I just camp those 2 spawns. Okay. Now, we were going to update the macro. What was it? Slash target enemy? Like, what was the slash target, like, anything in front of you? Slash target... Is it slash target enemy? No, that doesn't work. No space? No space, really? Wow, okay, sweet. Roger that. So all of these guys, of course, were in Wetlands. So they could all drop the Whelp, technically speaking. The ones we're really after, I think it's the Foragers that have the best drop of the leggings. The leggings from the Foragers, let me just see. Someone else might be out here farming too, actually. The leggings from the Foragers are, I think, like a market value of about 300k. I don't think they'd sell for that much, but like a massive market value, no doubt. So it's probably worth trying to get. They're like a 0.04% drop rate, though. So not too great. The rest of the mobs do have some drops, though. Oh, I think Murloc scale isn't bad either. Elachista, greetings, traveler. How you doing? Welcome back to Wetlands. There's also a bunch of baby Murlocs here. But yeah, if you look at ATT, the Bluegill Kukri, they drop a sword. So there's boots, a sword, and legs that we can get from the Murlocs here. The legs are the biggest piece of the pie, by far. Also the rarest, and they're only from the Foragers, so we'll keep an eye out for those. The Puddle Jumpers drop the boots. Also thick-shelled clams. Yeah, someone else is out here either doing the quest or farming. And I don't know if this is a hyperspawn or not. Yeah, here's the Foragers. With the Bluegill breeches. Hey Path, it just occurred to me, since I'm making content playing WoW and monetizing through YouTube and Twitch, does that make the sub cost and any other associated costs a tax write-off? Yeah, so like there's certain aspects, yeah, like sub cost or other office expenses that could be or would be classified as a business expense. I'm in Canada, like Alberta, so there's certain regulation, like that's kind of what like is the governing requirements. As far as my like home office expenses goes, it's like a percentage of the square footage of the house for like utilities and internet and stuff like that. So it's not like the full internet bill or anything like that, but it's definitely good. Stuff to keep track of, no doubt. I play WoW for free. No, but I mean I could use the tokens for WoW time, I guess. And then I would be playing WoW for free. If I bought a new PC, that would be one. Yeah, I did actually buy a new PC in September or November for streaming. Because I was on my laptop before. And that was a business expense. We technically have a quest here for these guys. Interesting. Yeah, it's kind of like a home office. Like if you like a work from home office situation, it's a lot of the similar deductions I can do. Overall, though, content creation, the expenses are relatively low. Where you really get into the expenses is licensing stuff, and editors and things like that. In BC, there's some exceptions, so you can exploit as well. Well, exploit is a strong word. You could use, yeah. I feel like exploit maybe puts that on the into the gray. Was just thinking you could justify a new PC as a business expense. It would depend on what you're doing. I would, like, for me, I'd talk to my accountant, and some things have to be amortized over like 5 years, where like you get like a 1/5 deduction over 5 years and stuff. But you know what? Not tax advice, so we'll have to refer to the accountants for those ones. But definitely pays to have a good accountant, depending on what you're doing. Gobbler, what a crazy name. Have you ever thought about committing tax fraud? Wouldn't dream of it. Yeah, we got definitely hyper spawning over the whole kind of questing area, so that's nice. We'll see. Perhaps we can get some of these good items, and perhaps we won't, but either way, we're still also rolling on the Tiny Crimson while playing, and like BOE drops. Plus, we are getting thick Murloc scales, so that's something. And clams. Where are the clams at? Yeah, there's the clams. This seems like a farm where it would probably be like super beneficial to be in a 5-man group. If you had 5 druids running around here, you could hyperspawn them so much faster. Because you would have like one druid would have this kind of district, another one would have another one, and you would just kill for 5 minutes and then go loot. You'd get a lot more kills that way, no doubt. Is grouping with other characters, other Goldbound characters allowed? I'm doing 0 grouping on Goldie unless, like, the only exception will be getting into like kind of we were talking about earlier, an instance that we can only get into in our zones. So like Hollow's End, if we have, if we're doing like queuing up for that quest, or if we get Arathi, like Arathi Basin with Arathi Highlands. Otherwise, out in the world, I'm not grouping up for hyper spawns, or another like thing to group would be to layer swap to reset the rares. I haven't been doing that. Objectively, like, group hyper spawning wouldn't be the end of the world. It's still all my loot. Like, I'm not getting loot from other people. But yeah, just kind of the way I've started, and kind of keeping up that same vibe. Over on EU, you got a little Goldbound community. You all know each other. That's nice. Need a new EU Goldbound guild? Yeah. I think for the Goldbound guild on EU, to make it like work long term, I'd have to have a permanent EU character, right? Perhaps my next retail challenge I'll do on EU. Ugh, that's scary though. Then the token will cost like 4 million gold. I'm just looking at the map here, because I don't think the bluegill murlocs go too high. Right? But if they go too high, we do risk going into a Rothy. But so far, so good. Don't mind doing invites or an assistant to speak to handle the EU realm for you. Yeah, that's kind of how we were doing it before. But I just don't know where like the GM went, right? I don't know if maybe if like on the EU guild if the like where the leadership is, because I think the person that was assisting over there, I think they stopped playing the game. Because we did have one going for a while on EU. Not familiar with macros, but does boar auto-target stuff in range, or do I have to tab select things first? It auto-targets, so before I was putting the actual name in, but as you see here, we just updated to /target enemy, and so as I'm pressing this button, I'm not tab targeting, it's just going to target the nearest enemy in front of me. And then once I'm close enough and in range, it'll cast my pistol shot. I also have like a lot of my movement speed abilities baked into there as well. Like I'm using sprint and thistle T and all that stuff off cooldown. And then I guess I'll manually do my grappling hooks. Token is 339,000 gold on EU at the moment. So it's hovering about like 70 to 80k above NA. Yeah, that's quite a bit. Hey, we got enough kills to actually proc our Dragonkin. Sweet. If you run NA, you would have enough for a WoW token. Yeah. I kind of wonder where we would be, because like there'd be some things on EU. If we did Goldbound on EU, like that would have sold for more, but a lot of it would have sold for less. And we'd need more gold per token. So I do wonder where we would be, like how many zones in we would be if Goldbound was on EU. I think, yeah, because certain items are more variable or sell for less on EU. Some items sell for a little bit more. We'd still be in Elwyn? I think we'd be out of Elwyn, I would hope. You're innate with the Twitch Prime. Greetings, Traveler. You're innate, yep. I think I pronounced that right. Welcome in. I nailed it. Sweet. Great name. Oh, there's Murlocs? No, there's cursed sailors on the boat. The Murlocs are still on the shore. Stealth Blade is 60k on EU. Oh, wow. I got more than 60k. I'll tell you that. I did. Oh, first drop from here, the Bluegill Kukri. Very nice, cool little like fish chopping axe, very fish shaped. So this one has a good market value. Terrible sale average. So who knows how much we'll sell this for? Sale average is like what the heck is this?
I don't watch on Twitch, but he'll throw you the sub anyways rather than leave it sit.
Yo, Legion of Pandas, appreciate you popping over on the Twitch with the sub. Gotta get the value from the Prime, and I do greatly appreciate that, man. But yeah, it's been good doing the last... I guess we've been back on the multi-stream for almost 2 months now, so it's been nice having the Twitch and YouTube. Nice little kookery, though. Put that up there. Why not? Very much prefer the YouTube streams. Happy we're back. Yeah, I had a little bit of a compromise there streaming on the second channel, but I kind of like that setup. The main channel with the edited videos, and then we're over here with other stuff. VODs and whatnot. Gouging. Ooh, let's work as a pickaxe. It does work as a mining pick. That's cool. That's really cool. If we were ever in need of a mining pickaxe, that's probably my first choice. It is kind of tough, like kind of hard to get a lot of kills here, though. Pretty big area. Let you know if we do the EU guild on retail, will be cool to join. I mean, if you guys on retail want to start up like a community-based kind of Goldbound guild, without me having an EU character, 100% if you want to go for it. Definitely go for it. Then when I do make an EU character, I can pop in there too. But it is just, I don't have a EU active character going right now. Sears belt. There's a lot of people on EU doing the challenge. There's a guy in the Barrens fishing all day. That's epic. Just out there freaking grinding. Respect. What am I farming out here? Doesn't seem to be that worthwhile. It is the bluegill breaches. I don't know if there's one in the auction house, but let me show you real quick here. It's not there. The bluegill breaches, the market value is 300k on the legs from the foragers here. It's a really rare drop though. So it's definitely not like a trade good angle. Like the trade goods here are abysmal. It's most definitely a transmog angle. Yeah, I think the breaches are like a 0.04% drop rate. Yeah, but not a good consistent gold farm. As far as trade good value. Snores, maybe get a bunch of signatures on EU real quick and make a guild. Yeah, I mean if you want to go for it, you can. I'm sure there's some people at EU in chat that would be down to sign too. I'm all for that. Barons has Divine Fish. Yeah, I think Barons does have some good fish, right? Yeah, so far the consistent gold here is about 700 gold per hour. We'll see if we can't get a bit luckier on the old drops, though. Yeah, the bluegill leggings would be quite substantial. We did get the bluegill sword, the kukri. Shares a few appearances, though. Still, a good thing to throw on the transmog shelves, no doubt. I may as well throw these up on the list too, right? We are farming them technically. Murloc fins. I haven't actually seen this rare yet, two toes, in all of my wetlands adventuring. I assume the longer I farm here, we should see the rare, but so far no luck. Goldbound going even more international. Yeah, it's cool to see. EU is a different story as far as like, I tip my hat to any EU Goldbounders because the prices and WoW tokens on EU, it's no joke, guys. Do you call it Goldbound or Goldbound EU? I think the question is Goldbound taken technically? Right? I think Goldbound might be reserved as a guild name because it was created technically. I would try Goldbound first. Oh, every realm can have a name? Yeah, I would just do Goldbound then. Unless you wanted to have EU as a badge of honor for the increased WoW token prices, in which case that's fair. But yeah, go for it. Is the herbalism and mining not good here in Wetlands? It's not bad. I actually did about 2 hours of dual gathering, or herbalism and then dual gathering today. It worked out to about 3.4 thousand gold per hour as far as trade good value from urban mining. Could probably improve upon that if we wanted to process the herbs. The problem is, we have a very, very, very good consistent farm as far as skinning goes. And getting herbalism up does take a little while, because our herbalism took a little while to get up high enough where we were getting all the materials and not just scraps. And so it is kind of hard to swap back and forth between skinning and herbalism, which makes a bit of a problem for the farms. So we kind of have to like do one more than the other, or while we have herbalism and mining learned at high rank, do a little more urban mining. We got a scout out here. But yeah, so I would say it is like, as far as dual gathering, it's mid-tier. It's kind of what I would expect from this level of a zone. Once we get into the higher level zones that have like Mithril and Thorium, we can expect a bit of a higher gold per hour from dual gathering. But Wetlands, Loch Madan, you know, Dunmoreau, Northern STV, Duskwood, they're all in like that 2,000 to 4,000 gold per hour range, it seems. We might be able to increase it a little bit, but not massively with market values and such. Wonder how long it would take to grind a WoW token just from looted gold. It's a good question. I think the biggest parameter on that is what the restrictions are. If you're grinding a WoW token just from looted gold with the gold-bound restrictions, it's going to take like 100 days played. If you have everything available and you don't have to be in a starting zone, it can be a lot better. Because like a lot of the raids would be like a good move. Raids and higher level dungeons have really good raw gold. But yeah, if you're doing it in Elwyn, it's going to be a long, long, long time. Or any starting zone will be like a very long time. You might be able to kind of hack the system a little bit if you optimize what level you lock yourself to with warband scaling, right? Like if you chromie time yourself to like 29 or 30, I think the vendor sell prices in Elwyn will be higher. So there might be some min-max there if it was like an Elwyn angle, but it would take some trial and error to see what the best range would be for vendor sell price or looted gold. Just got back. What's the blade worth? That is the kukri. It's a weird one. A very low average sale price, but a good market value. So I don't know what we're gonna get for it. We're more so farming the forager leggings here, but they also dropped that weapon and also some pedal jumping boots. So if we happen upon the boots and the weapon, then it's all good. We'll take them, right? But I really want the bluegill breeches because those have an average sale price of I think 10k and a market value of 300k. So realistically, could be like a 50 to like 100k sale if we got those. They're very rare though. It's 0.04%. And so far we only have 40 kills on the foragers in 25 minutes. Not a very good kill per hour on the foragers. We're pacing for like 50 kills per hour, so no wonder it has a high market value. You want the Firelands mount? Firelands mount is sick. There's a lot of cool mounts in the game, guys. If you could only ever use one mount again, what mount are you guys picking? Did the stream die halfway through? Yeah, it was weird. It just randomly stopped uploading. So we're back, but it got cut in half, yeah. Invincible, ZG Tiger. Robin Hood, are you sure about that? Because last I checked, that one doesn't fly. If you pick ZG Tiger, you're running everywhere in game. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't fly then. Invincible, not a bad pick because you got ground and flying, yeah. Because I do agree, there's a lot of the ground mounts that are really sick, but you can't fly. Invincible, Ravenlord. If Ravenlord flew, that would be cool. Blazing Hippogriff, that's a cool one too, actually. Shredder, of course. Oh. Shredder. Gaz is a man of culture. He's thinking about the gold per hour. I like it. Look at that. That's a real forward thinker. Doesn't care what it looks like necessarily. Just wants to make sure he can gather herbs while mounted. I can respect that. I could definitely respect that. The Jeweled Panthers are good too. Those are also flying mounts. Yeah. Ooh, Time Lost Proto Drake is a really good option too. Flying or mount? Bar none. So like it's only one mount in the game. So if you pick a ground mount, you can, but then you can't fly. Some mounts can do both though. No one said Brutosaur. I'm surprised. I guess Brutosaur doesn't fly, so that's fair. Yeah, it's really only the old mounts that don't do both. Most new mounts can fly and be on the ground. It's true. I honestly might do the touring rocket. I love the X3 touring rocket. Of the mounts I have. Of the mounts I don't have, I'd probably also be between Invincible and Headless Horseman. Headless Horseman's steed for sure. That's a good choice. Yeah, I like it. I like that one too. Headless Horseman, I mean, as far as like mounts that can go on the ground and fly, the horse ones, like Invincible and Headless Horsemen, are definitely good options. Bandit Gaming, greetings, traveler. A flying auction house and mail mount would go hard. Yup. Imagine that, if you could fly around doing all of your gold farms on your flying mount like a Brutosaur while undercut scanning. Oh my goodness. That would be massively crazy. Brutosaur run animation sucks. I mean, it's definitely quirky. It's definitely quirky. Yeah. I like the spacebar animation though, where it goes up like that. I judge a lot of mounts based on their spacebar animation. Like this one also has a pretty nice one. A roar. Not bad. The Griffin I don't think is too great for a spacebar. Just does that, yeah. I mean, it's a flying mount, so it kind of makes sense. I could see them doing some kind of like a gunship in the future that has a mount on it. You mean the Brutosaurs can actually move? I just thought they sat around in the capital city and idled all day. It's true. It's not a common thing for them to do, but they can be used to actually commute. It's not like... Yeah. Do slash mount special? Oh, does that do the spacebar mechanics? Oh, cool. Yeah, that's kind of nice then. I love when someone's Brutosaur is near you in game. Oh yeah, it's like Brutosaur being near you in game is min-max. Or if you're ever in the auction house and someone like spawns a portable mailbox right by the auctioneers. Super nice too. I agree. Those things are pretty min-max when they happen to you in game. Yo, Hockey with the super chat. We back to clam farming. You know, in a roundabout way we are. In a roundabout way we are. I think the difference of this clam farm is the clams are not the target of the farm, but they are a byproduct of it. And nothing goes to waste. Wait till you learn you can do the loopy-loops on flying mounts. That's true, I forgot about that. I think I learned that in Wrath, but with skywriting I kind of stopped doing it. The loop-de-loops, yeah. How do you do that again? I forget. Is it like, it's like the function keys? But you can actually fly upside down on them too. Page up and down. Let me just see if I have that key bound to something. Wait, what? Loop-de-loop? Okay, guys. Are you ready for this? We're gonna blow your mind right now. Oh. I think I have them keybound, guys. Yeah, I have those keybound. I can't do it. One sec. Oh well. I rebound those keys, so I will never once again do a loop-de-loop. But if you want to try it out in-game, page up and down, it makes your mount do a backflip. But yeah, I guess I have those keybound from when I had... Honestly, those keybinds are probably from when I had some kind of an MMO most that had the big like side buttons, and I think page up and down were crazy. Mind not blown. I'm sorry, guys. I disappointed you on the mind blown. I thought we had something, but then I didn't do it. Try 0, that's what yours defaulted to. I don't have a numpad on this keyboard. I have like a mini keyboard. So I don't actually have like a numpad 0. I have insert and delete keybound as well. My keybinds are pretty cursed, I'm not gonna lie. I did them probably 10 years ago and I've just lived with them. Like I have ASD bound. What are we farming? Fins? Actually Transmog. So the foragers here have, like one of the murlocs have some legs that are massive, like 10k sale average, 300k market value. We've gotten one of the weapons, not the best. And then they also have, like the puddle jumping murlocs can drop boots. So there's kind of 3 transmog items here that we're farming. I'm such a big dude, how do I comfortably use such a tiny keyboard? No, it's actually an extra large keyboard, guys. I'm just that big. But no, I don't know. I kind of like the size of it. It's, my hands are like, you know, the same size as they've always been, like when I was younger too. So it's a good size for me, I think. I have used full-size keyboards in the past, but I do like the mini size, like without the numpad. Looks like the keybind is called pitch up and pitch down if I want to rebind it. Okay, one sec. Key bindings. Wait. Pitch up. Here we go. Okay, guys. Now, are you ready for your mind to be blown? Let me make sure I'm not going into like a zone that I can't go into. And this should work. You seeing this? Let me see if I can hold it sideways. Yep. Just flying upside down, guys. Mind blown? You can also do front flips. You have to be on steady flight. And then, yeah, it's pitch up, pitch down is the keybind. It's very interesting, though. Yeah, very interesting movement for sure. The more you know, though. So that's what it is. I'll show you in the settings again. Pitch up and pitch down are the buttons you want to bind. The best way to trigger a zone unlock. Oh my goodness, guys! If we just unlocked a new zone there by pitching up and pitching down, could you imagine? Holding the camera steady, yeah. It's a cool one, guys. I think I haven't done that in probably 8 years. A loop-de-loop. Exactly, that's what it was, a loop-de-loop. Loop-de-loop straight into a punishment zone. That would feel bad, man. So far, on the actual Murlocs, which drop the swords, 125 kills. Oracles, which just drop regular Transmog, we have 68 kills. The foragers, though, which are the ones we actually really want, and the puddle jumpers. Puddle jumpers, I only have 32 kills on. Where's the forager at? I think foragers... next one I see, I'll see how many kills we have, because we're approaching 40 minutes. And we haven't gotten that many kills, just because they're so far apart. Here's the one. With 53 kills in 40 minutes. Wow. That's slow kills per hour. Really slow. Especially when it's a 0.04% drop rate. Uh, 0.04 times 1? Wait. What do you do to get how many kills you should get to be on, like, technically on a drop rate? Shouldn't there be an easy way? So if it's 0.04% drop rate, do I, like... What? 1 divided by 0.04? Oh, I guess I gotta add the 0. So yeah, it's 1 in 2,500. And if we're getting... So we got 40 kills. No, we got 50 kills in 40 minutes. So 50 kills in 40 minutes. 1.25 kills per hour. Per minute. 2,500 divided by 1.25 is how many minutes to get that many kills. That's on average 33 hours to get the legs. Well, give or take. That's like the one in... Yeah, based on the drop rate. Technically speaking... you can drop any time, and the actual amount of kills to be 50% is less than the drop rate, but you know what I'm saying. That's crazy how hard it is to farm. Like I was saying, though, I think this is definitely a spot where if you had a 5-man group, like a bunch of druids running around hyper-spawning it, you would, like, more than 5x your kills per hour. You get way more kills per hour in a massive group doing that. So I think if you were to farm this, like, procedurally... Yeah. I'll keep going for a little bit, though. Try to get it real quick. Do they hyperspawn? They do. They're just on, like, a really big area. So you would need to spread out your 5-man group decently far to get the hyperspawn to work. But it could work. You might just have to have, like, an area that you run around as one of your guys to kill. What are we farming for? Yes, it's the Blue Gill Breeches Transmog Pants. The market value on them is about 300k. Region sale average is about 10k, so pretty darn good Transmog Pants at that. And they do hyperspawn, yeah. Since we're farming some crazy transmog guys, next question, alright? This is now we're just on 20 questions. What is the most expensive transmog piece that you guys have gotten and sold? The name of the item and how much you sold it for. I'm curious. For me, I think it was... Well, on Goldie, it's Stealth Blade for 275k. Across all my characters, it might have been the Jade Leg Palates for... Or Skullflame Shield maybe for like 700k back in the day. Neon Stealth Blade for 200k. Respectable, very good. Very good. Blink Strike for 75k. Not bad. Bandit Gaming. Sword of Wizardry for $500,000. That's a good one. That's a really good one for sure. Sword of Wizardry. That's the, is that the sword that's glowing, or is that the T-Boo's lookalike? The Sword of Wizardry. Not even sure at the moment. No worries. I don't, like, it's hard for me to remember across all my Transmog, but I think it might have been Skullflame. Many Moon, or Jade Leg Plates. T-Boo's lookalike. Orange Glow. Okay, yeah. I know the one. It's a good one for sure. Make an EU account and sign the charter. We need one more. Oh no. I think I technically have an EU account, but I'd have to pay WoW time. I don't even know if I'd remember the login right now. Dallin, biggest transmog piece you've sold. Chan's for 650k back in the day. 650k is good. I definitely used to snipe black market auction house containers a bit. It's a separate sub. Yeah, EU account, NA account, separate sub. And then if you want to be able to log into both of them at the same time, you have to have it on separate Battle.net accounts. Sold a Stink Rot Smasher 5 days ago. Oh, recent sale for 200k. Let's go. Well, congrats on the sale. That's pretty much near a WoW token, I suppose. So, very good. Got the Buccaneers Orb. Also very good. Guillotine Axe for 10k. It's a pretty respectable transmog pieces, guys. Respectable transmog indeed. Have a stealth blade that won't sell. There's a surprising amount of stealth blades around. It can be hard to sell though. Sold the White Rhino for 1.6 mil after winning on the black market auction house for 60k. Now that's good, the Woolly White Rhino. That's a TCG mount. I used to do that as well. I would wait and try to snipe off the black market auction house for TCG mounts. 60k for a White Rhino is a crazy good snag though. You must have been stoked. Woolly White Rhino. I also sniped one off the black market auction house, and I was trying to sell it. However, this was at a point in time when I stopped playing the game, and it got deleted in my mailbox because I never relisted it, so I lost a Woolly White Rhino back in the day. To the mailbox boss. The mailbox tax. $2.5 mil for the rocket mount inside the black market box. That's really good. I think if I pulled a TCG mount from the box, I would be more inclined to learn it for the account than if I got it from sniping it. You know what I mean? Because if I snipe it, I'm probably trying to resell it. But from the box, yeah. That's how it goes, guys. Sometimes the mailbox boss gets your loot. It's okay. We've all been there. I think, technically speaking, you could get, like, you could use, like, the mail recovery service or whatever. At this point, it was probably 7 years ago now. I don't even know if their records would go back that far. Oh no, you sold a terrified pack mule with 2 zeros too little on a sad day. Oh no. Someone running Occhino Sniper was probably very happy that day. If it makes you feel any better. Your sad day was someone else's very happy day. But as we say, guys, you know, you gotta be careful out there. Because Auction House is PvP. Your wife bought Sky Golem for 50 gold? Oh no, it was supposed to be 50k? Massive win. Yep. That's a rough for the seller on that one, I'm not gonna lie. That's a rough go for the seller. Hey. What do we say? Auction House is PvP. Also, another bluegill kukri here, so we have 2 of them now. So the murlocs are dropping pretty consistently here. Just not the foragers. You used the item recovery the other day. So how does it work, Billy Quizboy, the item recovery? Can you just like scroll back through all the items you've destroyed? Or do you have to say... Do you have to say like what item it was and what day you lost it on? What do the kukris go for again? It's a weird one. They have like a 6 to 20k market value, but a super low average sale price. So I don't really know what a realistic price would be for these, you know? They're not good enough to be like a target farm, but we'll get a couple as we farm the leggings. Sam Edwards, there's a vendor up here that sells the Swift Spectral Tiger. I should go look for it. I'll take a look after, you know. Fly over there. For the item recovery, you just looked through a list of stuff you had sold, slash whatever, and found it, selected it. Interesting. Do you know how far back it went? Because, like, the only thing I would ever really care to use is the Woolly White Rhino that I deleted in the mailbox. But that was like 7 years ago, so I don't know if they store the data from that far. You think it's about a month? Okay. That sounds about right to me. Disenchant recovery is more likely needed for me. I mean, it's a fair point. It's a very fair point. Yeah, I guess this service is taking over what the GMs used to do. Back in the day, you would talk to a game master to get expired mail back. It's one of those things. It's happened to me a couple times. I've lost such a massive stockpile of Transmog. Like hundreds of items. It just is what it is, I guess. Like, if I took a long break from the game, I would put the best Transmog I have in my bank, if I remembered to, because I just knew the rest would expire. Which, to a certain degree, is like a good way of trimming your Transmog. Right? You basically just sort it so that your lowest price stuff gets deleted. I mean, ideally you would just disenchant it, but, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I can always put in a ticket and see what they say. Yeah, the biggest item for sure would have been that rhino. The woolly white rhino. What do those go for now? I don't even want to know. Probably a lot of gold. Do the lockboxes around here have anything on their loot tables? These battered footlockers, it's kind of just junk and about 18 copper. It's an old pickpocketing leveling kind of spot. So I might, in the video, I might do like a meme segment of like seeing how much gold per hour it would be to get them. But it would be like 5 gold max. Because you get like 10 copper each. Honestly, probably less than 5 gold. I might do like a test on it though, just to see one day for the video. I'm reminding you to get that shadow blade out. You're trying to sell out of the bank before your work trip? Definitely do that. If you're going to be gone for more than a month, definitely make sure you're preserving your auctions that are super valuable. But if they're going to be listed on the auction house when you're gone. Or just bring something you can relist with, potentially. Next token is a battered footlocker farm. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine? It's a raw gold farm, you know? Doesn't matter what the auction house is doing. The footlockers are always going to give copper. But yeah, back in the day, that wouldn't be a bad little way to make gold. And to level up, you know, pickpocketing. Thought the Murlocs drop more raw gold than what they are. To be quite honest, for all I know, they could be suffering from the open world anti-hyperspawn mechanics. Although we did get a second bluegill kukri pretty late into the farm, so I don't think their loot tables are off. Or lockpicking even. Oh yeah. I still didn't say the right thing, did I? But yeah, they're not breaking any records right now. We'd be singing a different tune, though, if we got the Forager pants. Yeah, back in the day, 40 gold. I mean, in Classic, when people were doing these lockpicking things for leveling, it'll add up for sure. I was surprised yesterday on our hardcore character. After like maybe 2 or 3 hours of farming and just vendoring off quest stuff, we had like 4 gold. It's pretty good little session. Alright, come on, a couple more foragers before we head off to the next farm. Used to flip heavy stone and wool cloth and heavy dynamite to sell to the vendor in vanilla. Made 10 gold at level 25 standing an iron forge. Oh, that's legit. So it was like a straight up vendor flip where the cost to purchase on the auction house was less than the produced value vendor. That's sweet. Those are cool farms. I used to do that in Wrath with Saronite ore. For a while there, it was actually profitable to smelt it into bars and vendor the bars. So I did that for a bit. It was only marginally profitable though, and it really depended on like the market, but those are always cool little farms, I think. Vendor flips and stuff. Is the modern classic a one-to-one copy of the original, or is it slightly watered down with some quality of life changes? There is a few quality of life changes. Nothing really game-breaking. The only thing that I can think of is there isn't a group finder, but there is a group finder tab, which is basically like a group finder trade chat, where you can list and say, looking for people, but they have to whisper you. You can't just like queue up. It's like basically like a hub to whisper people from. Other than that, I don't think there's been that many changes in like the current classic quality of life. Like that, like what else is there? Layers, I mean there's layers now. I don't know if there's layers back in the day where if the server's too full, people are on different layers of the same realm. But guys, so we farmed here for an hour. The total gold value, literally not like, including the average sale price of these, which is 140 gold. The trade good gold per hour here is 540 gold per hour. But on these, like, on the scales and stuff. A lot of clams, though. A lot of shells. Of course, you don't farm here for the trade goods, but if you were, that's about what you'd expect. 540 gold per hour. And then, if you get some of these, you know, maybe you can sell these for a bit more gold. Right? The kukris. Definitely possible. Probable? Maybe not. Maybe not. Do the fins sell for more to a vendor than the auction house? No, it's they're 28 copper to the vendor. Yeah. Brocade set is actually pretty good though to sell brocade. I should just equip those. They're pretty cool. Must have misread, yeah. I wonder though, like what you get from opening them. You get clam meat. Whoa! Wait, guys. The clam meat is profitable to open. Hold up. Hold up. Is it a clam meat every time? Yeah. These are like 2 gold each on the auction house right now, but the clam meat is like 5. Let's open them all. I don't know if there's also a chance that, pearls. There is! Probably no golden pearls, but we're getting, like, some pearls from this, too. So we're definitely going to open these. Because the clam meat itself is profitable. Oh. Nice. So that might bump the gold up by about, like, honestly, it bumps it up by about 250 per hour. So it ends up being about 750 raw gold per hour when you sell the tangy clam meat as well. Kind of good to know. Let's go ahead and get that listed up. Tangy, well, also pearls too, so even more. Hello, Clam Farm, my old friend. It's good to farm with you again. The clams are good, man. If we got the forager's pants, that would be an insane farm. Yeah. like a non-negligible amount of gold from clams right there, so. And these, honestly, like, I'll just sell them for a higher price later. Let them sit. Sweet. Let's go over here, see what else there is. There's one thing I wanted to, like, kind of get some initial gold per hours on, too. I don't know how good it'll be. We can get these off here now, though. Even just some preliminary gold per hours. I'll do a quick loop around, though, to make sure I'm not missing any boxes. Whoops. Quick little backflip there, guys. You see that one? Grab the grave moss as I fly by. EU Goldbound Guild and community are officially live? Let's go. Let's go. So yeah, community-based EU Guildbound Guild community is live, guys. If you're over on EU, is it which character is the listing under Snores, so people can look for it if you wanted to join like a group of like-minded gold farmers over on EU. Go with honor, friend. Vegan Dragon, you heading out? Catch you later if you are. I'm gonna test some more farms though. So on EU, it's Snores GB, but the community is called Goldbound. That's cross-faction. Okay, cool. So same as on NA. Let me make sure, speaking of which, that our Goldbound recruitment thing is still active. It expired. Now, okay, I gotta relist it here. So, invite member, link post in chat, Goldbound community. And then I'll put it into community chat as well. So we have a new invite on NA and a new invite on EU out, guys, so. Let's go. So these are these are the next guys I wanted to test out. Because they do have Essence of Water on their tables, which is quite valuable. Plus globes of water. So let me just run around and tag a couple until we get a few of the items to kind of look at here. Not to mention, we are in Wetlands, so, you know, say it with me. Crimson Whelpling is on the tables. We have a couple recurring themes over here. You try out wordings sounding like in-game characters. There are some classic in-game character sound bites for sure. Alright, where's the... I think it's Essence of Water. They're worth like 60 gold, so... They might be a bit far apart, though, to actually get efficiently. Elemental water there. Oh, over here, I'm gonna have to go underwater, potentially. That'll slow things down. I should probably save grappling hooks for this phase here. If you're Alliance, you can now apply for the guild and the community. Sweet! EU community is live. Thanks for doing that. That way, anyone over there on the EU servers can join up and hang out. careful with the old, you know, EU token prices. Where is the essence of water? I thought I would have gotten one by now. At this rate, it's going to be very similar to the like essence, living essence of Blasted Lands, where good in theory, but might not be the best trade guild or trade good farm if we can't reliably get them. EU tokens are why you just opted for US servers. I don't blame you there. If you don't mind a little latency, the token price is probably a bit more achievable over here on NA. To each their own, though. So a full loop and no essence of water, hey? We really need the essence of water, because right now it's about 5 gold per hour. Surely it should be more than that, right? No, sorry, 91 gold per hour. Without the essences. Once we get our first essence, we'll kind of look and see what we're pacing for, but not looking too promising. EU Goldbound already has 6 characters in the guild. Let's go, guys. Representing the Goldbound journey over on EU. May the winds be at your back. May your blades never dull. Strength and honor. Oh yeah, this is a bludgeoning cudgel. Right. Oh, little rare spawn here. The Lock Hunter again. Greetings, traveler. Man, these are really low drop rates for the... I'm sure they drop elemental waters, guys. I'm not... I did some initial testing. Sure, I meant to say essence of waters, and I got like a couple right away. But so far, like a full loop and 0. Let's see what we can get here. Oh, you're right. These are displaced Threshodons. They're from Loch Badan, but they came down when the gate broke. Yeah, those are literally like displaced Nessies from Loch Badan. You're right. I'll go until I at least get 1 essence, because I'm not lying. We definitely got an essence of water here. You don't see him listed in Wowhead? Really? I swear I tested this and I got one, but maybe I'm mistaken. Never mind, it's there. Clickbait streamer? But I didn't even put it in the title, guys. How is it clickbait if it's not even in the title? Oh, there we go. It's confirmed. Essence of water does drop, guys. I wasn't lying to you. And with that one dropping, gold per hour is up to 1,200. Although that also includes some of the Transmog value, I think. Yeah, it does. Yeah, Essence of Water is worth 73 gold each. Good price. Not a good rate, though. Quietly slinks into the shadows. What does the guild tabard look like so you can copy it? I I don't have a guild tabard on me, but it is... Wait, can I pull it up on the guild right here? Is there a way to see the guild tabard? It's black with white trim and the gold stacks. Is the guild tabard. It's right there next to the guild name. Oh yeah, it's that right there. I guess it's kind of gold. Yeah, that's the gold tabard right, the guild tabard right there. I guess I could. No, I can't. I can't shift click those. Go to appearances. That might work. Oh, that's under collections, right? There we go. That's what it looks like. That's the guild tabard. So yeah, it's got the gold coins with a gold trim, just a basic gold trim on black background. Gold on black, yeah. We also got one linked in chat too. In the guild chat, so. Yep. Yeah. So far, guys, we're 10 minutes. What? We're 10 minutes into this farm. We have one. Oh, okay, 2 essences of water. Yowza. Let me see. So yeah, we're 10 minutes for 2. And we have those as well. Vendor price on these isn't bad though. So that's like 15 gold of vendor stuff. Where is the other water? There it is. See, 157 gold from that. I'm just kind of curious here. 8 gold from that. 1 gold from that, and then a 15 gold from vendor. So we're on pace for about just over 1,000 gold per hour in trade goods from these guys, or like in raw gold. So it's kind of pacing similarly to the archaeology farm, it looks like. A couple lucky essences might increase it, but yeah, not crazy gold per hour by any means. You have the officer's shirt too. Made a whole outfit to rep the guild tabard. Let's go. It's a bit of a hard tabard to transmog around. Takes a very certain spec, doesn't it? Like it's some tabards kind of fit a little more seamlessly into transmog sets, but yeah. Got it close, you think? I mean, close is there's as long as you got the right icons and like the black on gold. Maybe like a slightly different shade of gold or a slightly different outline. All good. Also, a Journeyman's backpack. Let's go. You've been working towards your first token. It's great watching the gold roll in. It's fun. I've always found gold farming in WoW so satisfying.
Nice.
Oh, that was... I learned an appearance, I guess. I thought that was me getting some Transmog. I'm gonna vendor some of these items here. What OSRS series was Goldbound inspired by? That one that I mentioned was Trader Steve by Flipping Old School is the creator. That's the RuneScape series. I would recommend watching it if you like Goldbound and RuneScape, or if you wanted to like see what RuneScape is like from a different perspective. That's definitely a recommended series from that I would say. Same person who inspired Nabble? Really? Wait, I didn't know that Nabble like had a big inspiration from Flipping Old School. Seriously? That's awesome. I didn't know that. I do want to grab skinning, guys. I want to log a little bit more time on the hyperspawn farm. His series is based off OSRS challenges as well. Yeah, I figured his was kind of based off of more of the chunk locked accounts, but I didn't realize he was like one of the ones he liked a lot was Trader Steve. I would have thought that would be more of a gold goblin angle, but I guess yeah, that's cool. There's some very good old school RuneScape content out there if you like series. Challenge series. This is like a mix of normal chunk accounts and Trader Steve since I'm doing randomized zones. Yeah. Yeah. If I wanted to go like a direct Trader Steve in WoW, I would set like a minimum purchase price and I would have to buy an item off the auction house that is worth more than like 100k. The way the World of Warcraft auction house versus the RuneScape market goes, it's be a bit more difficult. There's like more items, but there's also like less meta items, if you know what I mean. It would be like buying Transmog, which would kind of be cool, I guess. Unlearn. Maybe he just mentioned him, but that's where you found Trader Steve. That's cool. I really like Trader Steve. I've been watching him for a couple of years, maybe 2 years. Like Flipping Old School got me back into RuneScape for a little bit before I got back into making content on WoW. I've always kind of played WoW casually, but like got back on it big time after that. A friend of yours wanted to try 3 dragons. Interesting. Very well put together game, but never met anyone who knows about it. Yeah, I've never heard about it actually. Alright guys, back to the hyperspawn. Let's see what we can't do. Let's see. Maybe, hopefully no one's there actually. I didn't think about that. There could be someone here. Oh, there is. Well, I guess we'll leave him be. That's too bad. Let me check on some of the rares. Hey, Irish Shoon. Greetings, Traveler with the Twitch Prime. How you doing? Hope you're having a great day. Let's check on this this spawn here. Challenge them to a duel for the spot. I could challenge them to a duel. However, I think my item level is 40. It's quite a low item level. I think even if we're over leveled, we probably lose the duel. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe once we get Arathi Highlands unlocked and get some PvP gear. They were level 70 though. I think I lose to a 70. That's geared. I'm pretty sure. Maybe, well, maybe it just scales hard, but I'm like, let me go look at his health. I'm pretty sure the gear would outscale me pretty hard. Hope you're having a great day. I am having a great day. Thank you for saying that. I could go for the Ebon Whelps too. Actually, he has less health than me. Okay, guys, interesting. So look, when he skins, the mobs do go away. So I can't steal someone's skins. Interesting. If I take the skins, it's literally stealing the skins. I'll log some kills on these guys while he's farming, I suppose. Where's the gold counter? Well, we're at what? I guess I haven't actually opened up my mail, not my mailbox, but the transmog. I have like 20k more in the bank, so I'm at like 170,000 gold. And the WoW token is at like 200 and what is that right now? Let's take a look. Why don't we? 272. So we're about 100k short, maybe over 100k. Aren't there multiple camps to farm there? There's only the one like super good hyper spawn for us, and I think they were a monk, so they were pulling all the side ones too. So I'll leave them be. I'll let them farm in peace, you know. I'll take a few Ebon Whelps. It's all good. I don't mind. Is that 272k in Canadian gold or USA gold? I guess Canadian gold. And when you really break it down. Right? I guess it would be Canadian. Is Wetlands one of the slower zones? So far it's been pretty good. We just unlocked it, I guess technically 9 days ago. There's been some good farms, and we've gotten like a lot of good items as far as like whelps and transmog. It's just that none of it is sold yet. None of the wetland specific items we got last week sold in the mailbox clear on Friday. So we have a lot of market value from here, but not the best trade goods. Like the trade goods here is the skinning is the best. Razor Maw hatching's a slow sell. Yeah, we got a few of those. I have one of the Ebon Whelps one of the Dark Whelplings and one of the Tiny Crimson Whelplings. And then 2 blue BOEs and like a lot of Zone Transmog too. So we'll see. If we get a couple of good sales this week and sell some leather and some cloth and some ore and some herbs, maybe we'll be there next week for a new zone spin. We'll see. Yo, worst Salet 528. Greetings, Traveler with Twitch Prime. How we doing? I guess I could kill these guys back here, but I can't skin them. Oh no, he's a DK. He's gripping him in. Yeah. He's gripping him in to get the aggro. An interesting play indeed. Have I gotten any more whelps? Nope. Nope. That was a very good pronunciation for a non-German speaker. There we go. Sometimes I butcher names. I'm sorry if I do, but I try my best. What's the gender demographic of viewers, do I think? I don't have to think. I can tell you. On YouTube, at least. As far as reported on YouTube, it's 96%. 96.1% male, 3.9% female. And then like 50% of viewers are reported age 25 to 34, and 33% are 35 to 44. Those are like the biggest. So like the vast majority of viewers are 25 to 44 and male. That's like the biggest demographic. You're in the 3.9%. Let's go. Let's go. When I first had Goldbound, I think it was like 98% male. So we've expanded the demographics, which is good. And it might be a little different. That's my that's the Paths Archive last 30 days analytics. Yeah, I think like predominantly like I think it's a Twitch and YouTube WoW thing. Like the majority of the viewers are in that demographic. Show the revenue tab. I got the let's see here. $1 million. No, I'm just kidding. $1 million. It's cool looking at the analytics though, like demographics, look geography. Channels who your audience also watches. That's always a cool one. So right now on Paths Archive, channels that my audience also watches. Number 1. Zaryu, Shobek, Guzu, and Vezi RPG. It's pretty good also watches tab right there, guys. Those are some goats. Makes sense. Does it check for religion and orientation too? It doesn't have that. The analytics are definitely as, you know, I think you gotta take them with a grain of salt to a certain degree. For like 100% accuracy, because a lot of people, you know, maybe if they made their YouTube account 10 years ago, didn't put their actual age on. Right? So there's probably a good portion of my audience that is in the 25 to 45 range that may or may not be 10 years younger. Because when they made their YouTube account, they didn't want to get hit by the 18 and older situations. Glad it doesn't check which planet I watch from. It checks device type and operating system, which is kind of crazy. I'm missing a lot of skinning right now. That's okay. I get distracted sometimes. But the real thing here is the whelps anyways. I will get more lady views over time. A very comfy stream to watch. Let's go. We do have a very good community over here as far as like, you know, everyone's pretty chill. Everyone's really nice. You know. Sometimes we get the odd person that comes in that's a bit more of a troll, but it's pretty far in between. Greetings. Good evening, traveler. Good evening. So far, no second Dark Whelpling. That's unfortunate. There's a few trolls here. Well, you know, there's good trolling and there's like intentionally disruptive trolling. We got some good trolls, you know. More so goblins, you know, gold goblins. Sometimes gold goblins get a little bit silly. That's okay. Mic muted? Am I muted? It says it's all. It says it's on. Oh, I see. Oh my gosh, guys, I just got trolled. Oh my goodness. All right, one sec. Pulled out the old Uno reverse. Yep. That guy's still farming, though. We'll let him farm. We'll let him have his farm. Ooh! Oh! Oh! For a second there, I thought this was better than it is. Still good to get the smoldering gloves as the epic upgrade. But for a second, I thought we had a world drop epic on our hands. This is just a green drop that was upgraded to epic. The smoldering gloves. The Glovis. Yo, Commander Yorick, resubbed with a Twitch Prime for 8 months. Greetings, traveler. Yeah, guys, I will say I did fall for the oldest trick in the book. It's true. True. Hey, smoldering boots too. I have a couple of those on the auction house, I think. Yeah, 4 on the auction house. I don't know if I have smoldering gloves. Although it might just be separating out smoldering gloves epic variant. One question you have is the polymorph into the dragonkin. What is that? Oh, good question. It is simply a trinket I got from Blackwing Lair from the Farian. So when I attack, everything I attack, I get a stack sometimes. It'll proc. One sec. Once it procs, I'll show you. But basically, it's like a stack of this Raw Fury. And when I get 5 stacks, I can use the trinket. This is it. When I get 5 stacks of it, I can use the trinket to turn into a Dragonkin. So I just threw that into my Goldie macro here to /use Fury of Angerforge. So that whenever I have 5 stacks, I instantly use it. Looks like this guy's taking a break. Oh, nope. So that's what that is. It's kind of fun, like when we're out here farming. Are we lagging again? Now I have my my guard up. Nice try. Just sold Deviant Hatchling for 15k, gold farming for the win. Let's go. Nice sale. Love to see those come through. No, yeah, it's a cool trinket to have, the Fury of Angerforge. I think that's what it's called, right? Or is it just Angerforge? No, it's Fury of Angerforge, yeah. Cool trinket for sure. Alright, I'm gonna do a quick loop here of the rares, see if we have any rares up. If I press F4, the mobs drop an epic. I should have been doing that after every boss kill. What? Darn. What's my total gold acquired in the stats page? It's a good question. However, I must respond with the fact that the stats page is woefully inaccurate, and unfortunately it has stopped updating. At like 900k or something like that. So it is not to be trusted. The actual total gold acquired is about 3.3 or 3.4 mil, I think. But yeah, take my pacifist druid's kill count, for example, and the stats on how many kills that character had went from 450 down to 27. And I didn't actually kill anything. I think what happened on that character is I zoned into world quests and got kill cred, which gave me kills. Trade Skill Master does show gold total, but you gotta be careful not to show hidden characters. Yeah, I would like to show certain graphs, but there are characters I sell auctions on that I don't want out and about that are on there, so that's why I don't open that tab. All right, Leech Widow. I think this rare does have some good drops. Just not today. It's okay. No drops for us today, guys. Oot in a boot. Yeah, the boat. That's when the Canadian accent comes out a little bit more. There's definitely certain words I say that are more accented. This cave is where you died on your highest level hardcore character so far? Oh no. I'm sorry to hear. Best of luck on your next runs, though. On your next hardcore characters. It's fun. It's a fun but unforgiving game mode, is one way to put it. What is Spider Silk going for on NA? Did I get some? I don't think I got some. I know Iron Web Spider Silk is about 60 gold. And I think that's the most valuable one. There might be some... Yeah, I don't know what the other ones are going for. But I think Ironwood is like, yeah, 40 to 60-ish. Give or take. For Spider Silks. Say Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Ooh, we got a chest, guys. Sturdy treasure chest. Arakzur Club. Okay. We've gotten pretty good drops on these chests, guys. That's another good little weapon there. Value on this. Not the best sale rate. Market value is like 4 to 5k. Region sale average is like 500 gold. So probably somewhere between region sale and market is a realistic potential grab from that. First try, people usually slur it when they say it. Oh, I pronounce things wrong all the time. 100%. But Irish wristwatch was not one of them. That's a bit of a tongue twister, though, yeah. How much gold would a normal character need to be good in late game PvE? I am the wrong person to ask that. What do you guys think? Like, late game PvE, how much gold do you need? I feel like it's a lot of consumables, right? Like weekly consumables for raiding. But I don't know. Maybe in chat someone would have a better estimate. At least 7. At least 7 sounds like a reasonable amount. Definitely no less than 7 gold, yeah. It's good to have a bank of around... Yo, is this guy not skinning? I'll skin if he's not skinning. Bankroll about 150k sounds good. Depends how much you die and how long you raid for. As a flask lasts an hour, weapon oils 2 hours. Roger that. Yeah, I haven't really been doing raiding or anything like that. This guy's not even fighting. I mean, if you're gonna AFK the spot, then you gotta press your abilities. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can AFK, but at that point, you're just literally AFK. Sorry, dog. You snooze it, you lose it. Skinning is PvP. Everything is PvP, right? Current total kills, so on the Whelp Stealers, we're at 3.8k, and on the Slave Hunters, 2.2k total kills. So we have indeed logged quite a few kills on these guys. Oh, is he back? He casted 1 spell. Is he a bot? He's trying to speak in Orcish. Taggle Lock Nook Mago Gesno Kill Zug. I don't speak orc, I only speak gold. You think he gave me his blessing to steal all the skins? I don't know. Did he give up? He's logging out? Oh, he waved. Can you actually, like, if you copy and paste Orcish, can you actually translate it? Or is it just like certain words like lol and zug? Or can you actually translate? I've never really known. You used to be able to translate? I thought so. Because there's definitely like Keck was lol, and if it was just random... Like... Oh, lol and zug are the only constants? Okay. So there might be like some things, like very commonly said things like that they have as constants, and the rest are just random. Gotcha. It's actually against terms of service to use translators. Whoa. I think that we were kind of talking theory crafting about that because I was wondering why on hardcore, when you're using the add-on... Oh, he's back. I'll just let this guy farm. When you're using the add-on Deathlog, last words, it doesn't show up the horde ones and like the little mini one. You have to go into the actual like add-on settings to see the horde ones. And I wonder if it's like because if it was too accessible on like the main thing, you have to like go in. It's technically a translator maybe, even if it's just the last words. Potentially, guys. I'll let him farm though. I was gonna roll off in like 10-15 anyways, so I'll let him farm, give him the spot. So tomorrow, it is gonna be a hardcore day. However, I do have a dentist appointment again in the morning. Same kind of thing that was happening, not last week, but the week before. I'm getting some crowns put on my teeth. I have the temporaries on right now. They're gonna put on the full ones. So that's in the morning. I hope to be live by noon, which is 3 hours ago. So like whatever time it is right now, 3 hours before now, I hope to be live then, and it'll be a hardcore day. But I will let you all go now. Thanks for hanging out today on stream. Fun day out in the wetlands, even though we had a couple DCs. But yeah, we'll get the teeth sorted out. They're not in pain or anything. It was like an old root canal I had done. I just had to get it crowned up because it was starting to chip away. So we'll get it solidified. And yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. And until next time, go with honor, friend.